The most hated VTuber on the internet. Fucking Nux Taku, dog. I still find it funny that Nux Taku is actually like blacklisted in San's chat. That's so cringe. Anyway, let's see what homeboy royalties here has to say.
So I've become somewhat of a scholar in VTubers as of recently. Don't worry, it was completely involuntary. I wouldn't condone the knowledge I've absorbed being put on anyone else. But since their first conception in 2016, and later popularity in 2019 to 2020, which has carried
her model used to be so cute.
They've reproduced to the point where they are everywhere. There's a VTuber for every animal almost. I'm still waiting on a water bear VTuber though.
Let's go.
By a slot machine that has a gambling addiction. I feel like I'd resonate with him very well.
Slot machine VTuber that has a gambling addiction to gacha games.
Well, but due to its popularity, there are a range of VTubing personalities. Some more reserved and safe for work, some at the other side of the spectrum, and then some you'd think were on a different type of spectrum.
Oh god, not Chibi.
This is...
Oh god, not Chibi!
Treat! I'll do a backflip for a treat!
Oh my fucking god. Fucking Chibi, dog.
They make content, they stream, some have their own lore better than any of the latest Marvel.
Cinder. Ooh, that one ended poorly.
Their own concerts which sell a lot of tickets. The internet.
Some of these are cool, some of them are fucking
VTuber
cringe.
is accessible to anyone. If you can fork out the money for a VTubing model with multiple toggles and features, like a tit slider and jiggle physics, which is essentially like jingling keys for the absolute gooners of the VTuber audience.
Jiggle.
VTubing has become slightly oversaturated over the years, and it is hard to differentiate yourself from the sheer amount of VTubers that there is. But apart from that, VTubing comes with a lot of benefits over their fleshy counterparts, like being able to say the most abhorrent and viscous statements with complete anonymity.
Where's your fucking art degree, buddy? Where's your fucking art degree? Oh, you have one? Okay, Hitler.
Hell yeah! Oh, that art degree is so useful. I don't actually have an arts degree.
Due to the sheer popularity and benefits of being a VTuber, you can now find many other content creators
no, you can't really say that shit.
Taking in such format with a variety of personalities and opinions, it's only natural that some over others and some just outright. This brings me to the topic of today's video. One of the most hated VTubers that recently can't seem to catch a break. Someone that had the complete opposite reputation only a few years ago, and someone I've spoken about before but never really in depth.
Oh, not that bitch.
Yasina's Gunpei has recently removed herself from
Gunpei.
Yep. People finding out that she wasn't in fact single and dating all her audience, which was a new level of parasocial degeneracy. She even invited them to send dick pics as dude. Experience.
Bro, that's
and probably has a solid terabyte of uncut penis on her hard drive, and that one other VTuber really doesn't count in this category, because most people still don't know they exist.
I don't even know who that is.
So the title now falls on Nux, as in recent years he's been regarded to be one of the most hated VTubers, and still to this day gets shit like a public outhouse more than any other VTuber. But who is Nux Taku? How did he become so hated, and does he deserve it?
I'm just incredibly famous on the internet, so people decide to try to cancel me on Twitter for some reason because they're jealous of my incredible success.
So for one of the most hated VTubers,
Shut the fuck up.
This man to have
Such an annoying voice.
Cheeks of Nurgle, with malice and hate as his prerogative, which isn't that far from the truth. Nux originally started posting on the internet in 2015 with anime-based videos which I cannot relate to in any way, Anybody that has ever made such content should be lined up and shot with hollow point 7.62 rounds, but I digress.
Oh, the self-roasts. We love them.
Making primarily anime-targeted content, which people actually loved. A major critique against Nux from previous fans seems to be that they enjoyed it.
Oh my fucking god, not My Hero. God, My Hero is such a fucking shitty anime. Holy shit. Remember when main characters used to be testosterone-filled main characters and not pussy-ass little shits that complain about their fifis and never actually have any real character development because all the character development is done by their friends, so they never actually stand up for themselves? Yeah.
He just made anime-themed content rather than the content he would.
At least the dude from Tokyo Revengers gets his shit beaten and he actually tries to fight back.
Gravy Train was not ending for Nux. He collaborated with many content creators doing the same niche he was, that at the time held a lot of influence on the platform. And he even eventually reached over 1 million subscribers by 2019, just by once again doing anime content, and conveniently around the same time, by his own words, somehow got cancelled for the first time in the year of 2020, which was one of the first of many to come, and honestly, to Nux's credit, he has withstood a lot of them. You cannot take it away from him. Dude has tanked controversies even though sometimes it's down to his own actions. But his first cancellation, in his own words, was due to comments he made towards animes and anime characters. Yeah,
really?
We must have been very bored in 2020. And one of the comments that put him under scrutiny was when he
everyone's locked indoors, so yeah, people were pretty fucking bored.
As feminine under the title of
the traps,
which I discovered recently has become a slur. Thank you for the 2020.
Fucking go to fucking hell, dude. Fuck you. It's a trap. Calm the fuck down, dog.
Slur patch notes 5 years later, and to be honest, I haven't heard
applies to both male and females. No one fucking does it.
He was accused of
what? Oh my god, dude. Twitter freaks.
Full Metal Alchemist like this.
And
the third thing was that he was sexist for talking about anime female characters in a negative way. But sorry to say,
bro,
fucking useless character.
Yeah, she is.
More useful as a shuriken shield than anything else in the story.
Agreed.
Controversies.
Even as a healer, she didn't do jack shit. There were other healers that were better than her. Oh, she was trained under Tsunade, yet she couldn't do. Oh my god, she's so fucking garbage. She literally got caught by Sasuke and was used as fucking bait. Like, oh my god, what a stupid bitch. What a stupid bitch.
By far the least impactful on his online reputation. But Nux's response to these allegations and critiques gives you a good example on Nux's online persona, which has persisted even to this present day. He kind of just told them to go f*** themselves, and he clammed on the people hating on him, and clarified he wasn't in the wrong because the majority of the time he was just talking about anime characters.
I don't think I did anything
that was a shit about anime characters.
And therefore, I, Lord D. Nuxanor, will not be apologizing.
This is the persona a lot of people revered him for. He was someone that had relatively no filter and was certainly unapologetic for it. He was loud, energetic, satirical, and in his own words, he just loved the chaos and just flexing on the haters. That is also a term I haven't heard for a while. People loved this about him. It was somewhat of a breath of fresh air for that time, which to many's horror, someone with the same characteristics and significantly less apologetic was about to become popular around the same time.
Ooh.
But all of what I just mentioned,
I don't even know who that is. I just know the image.
Became a VTuber. He actually only debuted as a VTuber in 2021, which mentioned before was around the boom of VTubing. Before his debut, he was like a 2D VTuber of sorts.
PNG tuber.
That looks like a black tar heroin version of Sans from Undertale. But you was never considered.
It's funny because that's exactly what I thought too. I was like, is this some sort? This is supposed to be like inspired by like Sans from Undertale or some shit?
A VTuber till that day of early 2021. And compared to other VTubing models, it did get its fair share of criticism. It didn't track very well. Sometimes his lips didn't collaborate very well with what he was saying. People once again thought he was just a Sans Undertale clone. And where were the big boobers and tit sliders?
The giant mommy milkers.
He collaborated very well with his online personality and content, but after this he did start to stray away from his anime.
I will say the model does match the voice.
YouTuber-related videos and general trends.
Oh god, not a Hassan video.
I gave X amount to a starving Serbian child.
What the fuck?
A few songs in there as well. But with his new type of content, he started to receive a lot more attention. Even with the disagreement from his older fans, he managed to...
I miss old Nux Taku, bruh.
The top echelons of YouTube,
it's just
like
trend.
Some Ordinary Gamers, Moist Critical, Umperville, and Lost Paws, who I feel like I haven't seen in a while, and obviously other VTubers like Bao and Iron Mouse. He even started a podcast in 2021 with Umperville and Mutahar, just talking about things that happened on the internet. And even though his older fans criticised him, his content had changed drastically, and he wasn't everybody's...
But I mean, it's still doing good.
All of this was outweighed by the support and positive...
I mean,
it wasn't everybody's...
just fucking...
His content...
I mean, it's not like it's doing bad. 2 million, nearly 1 mil, over half a mil, over half at 1.2. Like, it's not like it's doing bad in videos.
He wasn't everybody's cup of tea. All of this was outweighed by the support and positivity for him. However, due to a number of controversies regarding his own actions, the tide of positivity quickly turned against him. And in the current day, he doesn't collaborate with many YouTubers like he used to. His content has mainly evolved into just pop reaction content. Oops, sorry, wrong channel. And on his second channel, he's dived into politics, which has also landed him in
slop reaction content. Couldn't be me.
hot water. And many of the people that were once close to him have seemingly distanced themselves from him. Many address him now with either infamousy or just outright hate, which is very polarizing when compared to his previous years on the platform. But what are these controversies, and does he deserve a reputation that is essentially on the same level as a urinal cake marinated in piss?
The point I'm trying to make here is, for some reason, I became the goddamn enemy numero uno.
Now, probably one of the first major and most confusing controversies Nux faced was in 2021 with VShojo. Conveniently not long after he debuted, VShojo is a VTubing agency with many of the juggernauts of the VTubing scene.
Look at all those that are almost all not there.
Fruit, and many more being added to this day. However, even before the events occurred, Nux and the talent of VShojo were on good terms. They created content together, interacted in the cesspool that is Twitter, and just all around seemed to have a good relationship. However, in 2021, somebody was targeted.
Old Iron Mouse model. So cute, so wholesome, so innocent.
Gather VTubers' personal information to harass, dox, and even swat them. Some of the emails appeared like they were coming from VShojo recruitment, and one specifically was...
That's just scummy as shit, dog.
They essentially thought their dreams were coming true, and they were asked to join VShojo, but first they would have to put all their information in which the police then showed up to their house because they had just been swatted. Nux had received the same email, but he knew it wasn't VShojo. He got in contact with the VShojo management team and cybersecurity team to tell them what was happening and that potentially more VTubers are going to fall victim to this, but VShojo was already aware this was happening and were doing their own investigation. Nux began his own investigation by providing the wrong information to the email so they would contact him.
Honestly, that's pretty smart. I'm gonna lie.
His information in a Discord server for some reason, which was provided to Nux by one of his apparent fans.
There's sources of info that I got, which are kind of hilarious. This dude was flexing that he got my real name and phone number, which he didn't, and he was posting it in his Discord servers, and one of the people in the Discord server that he was posting it was a fan of mine.
Nux was working on a full video covering this topic and spreading awareness about it. The VShojo cybersecurity team and management knew about this video being made and were communicating directly with Nux about the video through things like Discord, and he even showed them the video before it was released. This also involved one of the VShojo talents that was never named.
Someone is out there impersonating VShojo, the massive VTuber group. They tried to steal my info, dox me, and swat me, and they've successfully...
Imagine being this chronically online and sad, like, why?
The video promptly spread awareness about...
Like, fucking why? Why would you act like... Dude, you must have, like... so much free time on your hands if this is what you're doing with your life. Just outright targeting fucking people who are just playing video games as anime characters. Like, holy shit, dude. How sad do you have to be to, like, go out of your way and do this shit?
Potentially.
Then again, there's an entire Discord server for fucking DBD hackers and cheaters and shit, and they, like, pride themselves in being these fucking annoying pests. So, yeah. It's pretty pathetic.
More indie VTubers that would want to join VShojo are just spreading awareness about general cybersecurity etiquette. Yes, if you've received an email from Jackman saying you're the top 1% of jackers and want to deliver your own personal golden encrusted fleshlight, they just need you to fill out all your personal information. They were probably lying to you, but you'd think people would rejoice.
Fucking SSL potato.
Yes, people did initially praise him for this video, and VShojo also thanked him, and one of the perpetrators allegedly had their information turned over to the police, but the positive acclamations for Nux quickly turned.
Damn, they really hit it with a fucking reverse card.
Quickly criticized Nux for making a video on the topic with allegations levied against him of being a clout chaser and potentially putting them in danger. With the fact that many of the VShojo team had apparently told him not to make the video, but he did so anyway, and many of them just wanted the video removed, in which it was 3 days later. Now, it's important to note that within the video, none of the VShojo members were mentioned directly. The only other VTuber mentioned in the video was Saki, who was the victim that got swatted, and in fact responded positively to the video being made. So the only way this would put VShojo talent in danger would be inspiring other people to do the same.
Yeah, I don't know how
knew about it. Even one.
I don't really understand how him putting out a video bringing attention to this, so that way other fucking VTubers don't fall for this is a bad thing. But hey, you know, I don't know what goes on in the minds of the VShojo
in the Discord
people.
With the cybersecurity team and Nux. And once again, they thanked him and even provided an official statement at the end of the video.
Yeah.
It appears the VShojo talent were not informed about this at all, hence why a lot of them were denouncing Nux's video. And to make things worse, VShojo management deleted their thank you to Nux, and then went with a narrative that they always told him never to make the video. And everyone proceeded to pile on Nux. Now, if you've been stun-locked, it's no surprise all of this is very confusing, but to break this down for you like SpaghettiOs, this is basically a tale of poor communication, where the VShojo members were not told beforehand about this, except for the one VShojo member that was in the group apparently. The VShojo team thought they communicated directly to Nux that they didn't want this video to be made, with only 2 instances, one before he even started the video, and 2 when they were actively helping him with the video, where they didn't tell him directly to not make the video, and even thanked him for it. But when the VShojo talent had problems with it, they then withdrew their thanks, and once again reinstated their stance they never wanted him to make this video, despite once again being informed
very weird
some part in it. They also expressed concerns about the one person he called a fan, who was the one that told him they were leaking the fake information, that they were a part of the attack and could be feeding him misinformation. That is the bare bones of what happened, and Nux was facing a mountain of backlash for it, even though his heart was in the right place and he did inform the group.
Yeah, like why would
bring light to this situation?
I don't know why you wouldn't want to bring this to light.
Apparent miscommunication.
Like this is fucking massive if people are being doxxed.
But when the dust settled,
fake VShojo emails.
All parties apologized, including the VShojo VTubers. But for his first major controversy, he received a lot of backlash.
This just doesn't look good for the VShojo girls.
His heart was in the right
place. Like, in my opinion, you should be fucking bringing this to light, so that way people are safer and they actively check and make sure that the email is true. But what do I know?
Mistake. And one that took around 2 years to somewhat conclude.
Oh, the Taiga shit.
Without hyperbole, this was
the only reason I know about this is Rev.
And I am
he brought it up.
Deeply sorry for spreading misinformation.
A fellow VTuber by the name of Taiga had a document created about them alleging they were a predator. The document was produced by individuals that were previous mods and stalkers of Taiga, And in 2022, Nux made a video with Moist Critical going over VTuber drama. Moist didn't know about a lot of these VTubers or dramas, and the video was essentially Nux giving a tour through the many controversies of the VTuber community and explaining them. However, he does eventually get to Taiga and says he doesn't know much about the situation, but then continues to convey the message they were a predator.
You don't know much, why would you state something like that?
A lot of people saw it.
Left to money.
Is this HoloLive?
No, Taiga is an indie streamer who, I don't know the whole story, but Taiga was outed to be a
now Taiga was exotic.
Got your bitches! Come on, load. Load, you bastard. Fucking bring it up, you moron. The fuck is wrong with you, you fucking idiot? Damn. What was that? Yeah, man, up high, bitch! Banned. Denied. Retarded ass bots. Anyways, let's get back into it.
Claims a few months later, and Nux did pin a comment regarding the Taiga situation under the video, and he even removed that part in the video. He also apologized privately to Taiga for this, but many thought the damage was already done. 6 months later, Nux brings up the situation on his podcast, once again saying he messed up, and he was going off the information what other people told him, and that once again he had privately apologized for this.
Like, I alleged it also because a friend told me, and I regret it because he, you know, I don't know if it's true. He ended up coming back with some sort of response. I don't know, this guy Bungo Taiga, and I apologized to him privately that I even alleged something like that. And
the issue,
because a friend told me.
Now you would think this.
The issue is, he only did it in private. He should have done a public. He needed to make a video addressing it fully right then and there, instantly, instead of just trying to settle this privately. Because no one's gonna. The damage has been done, the image has already been set, so the only way you can actually recover from this is if you actually do a video, say, and apologize, and show the fucking message that you sent to Taiga, showing that you apologized and whatnot. That's like the only way you could have redeemed yourself, and he just waited too long, in my opinion, to do that. That's his only crime, is just waiting too long after, you know, realizing he had a garbage take.
This is where it would end.
That's putting it lightly, though.
His lesson that, you know, you should verify information before voicing it, especially when it's a serious allegation, which he did do again around.
That's why I just react to the exact same fucking people. Not Rev!
Where they got into a whole kerfuffle and made a video, which was removed recently, with a weird comment from Nux where if he was to do a video on Rev, with his influence and podcast, YouTube would probably take his channel
my
down.
god, dude.
Roasting
the narcissism that you have to have in your own fucking head. Like, how self-centered do you have to be to think that you could take someone down just because you put up a fucking video? Like, that's not how it works, dog. Asmongold can't just put out a video tomorrow telling YouTube to take down TechTown and YouTube's gonna do it. That's not how it works, dog. That's so stupid. Like, such a narcissistic statement.
YouTube will literally deplatform him. Like, YouTube actually watches my stuff.
Bro, the ego and the narcissism.
Some Ordinary Podcast, YouTube has really been paying attention to, like, what we've been saying. And I'll be honest, if I would make a video on him on the main channel, I do think he'd get taken down for either bullying or the whole weird
for bullying.
He would claim YouTube are actively suppressing him, which just contradicts his past claim. But
yeah.
he apologized for this around 2 years later.
And some of the stuff that I said in my old stream that I foolishly uploaded on Nuxanor. And yeah, I was definitely out of pocket when I talked about Rev like 2-3 years ago, whenever the fuck that was.
But with the Taiga situation, it wasn't done
like
yet.
I said, the issue is he only puts out the I'm sorry video because people demand it, because he'll keep looking bad. That's the issue. 3 fucking years later is when he decides to say he's sorry. Get the fuck out of here, dog.
Taiga thought it wasn't a good apology.
You do it that fucking same day or the following day.
Clear the slate regarding
like,
Taiga.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Another video with Moist Critical, but the video or cleaning of the public slate never came.
This guy Bungo Taiga, I apologized to him privately that.
Let me be clear. Let me check exactly what he said.
Is this Taiga?
With Charlie, I was planning on it. I'll try to clear the record more publicly. I'll also do more research. Again, I don't know right
is
now.
Taiga?
However, I'll try to rectify any extra damage I caused and hope you can accept my apology. This was in December 22nd, 2022. 2022. He said he was going to make a sequel video with Moist Critical.
I mean,
now moving to 2020.
I mean, to be fair, Moist Critical could have just been like, no, I don't want to make another video after that last one, and he just can't because Moist said no. Like, you don't really know why that video didn't come out. It could have been Moist just being like, nah, I don't really want to. So, like, you can't fault him for that one.
Nux was still getting backlash for this mistake. People
could have still made his own solo video, though.
For this, with not just a pinned comment, not just a small segment on his podcast, and not just
like I said.
DM. And in 2024, he did apologize.
Wow, it's almost like I was fucking right. It's almost like I was right where I said he should have fucking just put out a video right away and showed the DM.
Saying it was the biggest fuck up of his career. In a video where he goes over the unjust banning of VTubers on YouTube and mentions Taiga, who was also banned on the platform. He does apologise for the situation, but adds he wasn't to blame for Taiga's deplatforming.
And I made a huge fuck up. Without hyperbole, this was the biggest mistake of my career, and I am deeply sorry for spreading misinformation and for causing any undue hate to be sent Taiga's way. I'm sorry for how I handled that. I'm sorry for how I said it. I have tried to do better since then, and I will continue to try to do better in the future.
Now, he apologised again. It should all go away now, right? Not really. Many viewed his apology as disingenuous, due to the fact he made comments around the same time previously contradicting the private apology, comments on the podcast, and pinned comment. So a lot of people thought all of his apologies he'd made were just disingenuous anyway.
Bro! Right. I thought you cared about, stood up for small creators. I do. Especially when the small creators don't have sussy interactions in regards to minors.
And still to this day, this situation is levied against him. Now,
my God, what a fucking moron, dude.
Directly for Taiga's deplatforming, but he was to blame for the spread of allegations at the time and how he dealt with the situation, often apologizing.
He sure as hell didn't help the situation whatsoever.
He all around did not deal with the situation very well, and it did have an effect on his reputation. Something the next controversy, only a month later, would also do, and would receive 10 times more attention than any of his past controversies with the most lukewarm scenario.
Pyrocynical.
And that is the Jaiden Animations situation. Now, most people know who Jaiden Animations is. She makes animated videos, mainly storytime videos, and even has
they're adorable videos.
A VTuber. But this whole controversy boils down to Nux that just changed his type of content to mainly just reaction-based content, which many popular content creators do, like Asmongold and Pyrocynical, the mounting ugly.
Oh shit. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Had a problem with Nux due to the fact he started reacting to Jaiden, and he would take the title or situation and involve himself in it. With a title like
Jaiden
What the fuck? Jaiden Animations talks to me about dating. Or me and Jaiden forgot to file our taxes and the IRS found us. Stuff like that.
Bruh, we? Yeah, we.
There is no we.
Dude, I get clickbait, but yeah, that's...
recorded event of them interacting, but people were
that's a little bit too much.
And a whole bunch of hate was sent to Nux.
Gives off a whole Anne Bumblebee vibe.
He already had. Someone made a fake response from Jaiden, which many believed.
Can you fuck off?
Fuck off. Someone made a Google
that's so funny.
Which
yo, that's hilarious.
Someone ratioed Mr. Beast with a meme, and he took credit for it. People made a Teen
Bruh.
Titans Go reference with
And
it,
Bumblebee.
and Bumblebee.
I got a cat. You mean we got a cat?
Kids making fun of him.
Oh god.
By Teen Titans Go children.
Bruh.
I'm being canceled by toddlers. It's amazing.
Even though Teen Titans Go, yes, it is a bad sequel to Teen Titans.
Yeah,
it's pretty old now, and I think it aired
Didn't that
quite
bitch
a while
come out?
ago when I
Yeah,
was
in
in college. People
2014.
that didn't know who Nux was before this just thought he was the Jaiden.
That shit aired in 2014. I was still in high school at that time. That shit came out when I was in high school. Jesus fucking Christ. That feels, I don't know why, but the release of Teen Titans Go feels just more recent. But it was literally 11 years ago. God damn. Fucking hell, dude.
Animations guy now, which I don't know if it's good PR or bad PR. But to be honest, he was just doing what every other React channel does, albeit changing the title slightly. I don't know why he chose Jaiden. He wasn't framing any other titles like this, and he had already been doing it as far back as 2 years ago. But it was just reaction videos, which many people watch, so they don't feel alone watching YouTube. But anyway, now the last controversy, yes.
Why you gotta put the fans on fleek, dog? Why you gotta put them on blast?
That time playing War Thunder or Dead by Daylight wouldn't have been so shut up.
Bro, I can't believe they added Tokyo Ghoul to Dead by Daylight and they made fucking Kaneki fucking killer, dude. Kaneki of all people. They could have had fucking Rize. They could have had fucking Jason. They could have had that fucking weirdo with the fucking drill on his arm that loves sniffing that Kaneki handkerchief. Like, they could have put so many other people. They fucking Kaneki. Like, bruh, get the bruh.
One, and probably
that's why I'm just like over Dead by Daylight. It's just a
Loli.
shitty game at the end of the day,
Loli has been debated
filled with shitty
now,
people
especially within the
in their shitty community.
On one side, you have people that argue Loli characters in anime or VTubing is only an aesthetic thing, focused on characters that are small or have a specific body type. A key example used by this side is Rebecca from Cyberpunk, which was a whole different controversy back then, but she did get absolutely balled on in the anime. On the other side, people say they are depictions of children, and if you sexualize them, you are a predator. With the example, some anime characters seen in that light are underage. But how does this relate to Nux? Well, Nux was heavily against Loli publicly, saying along the lines, if you like Loli or sexualize it, you are a predator. However, many took a look back at Nux's history with some of the content and thumbnails have been deleted and changed over the years.
I guess fuck every other anime where the mom is like short as fuck and petite, I guess, you know? And they give birth to the most bodacious babe on the planet. So if you have an issue with Loli, then what's your stance on characters that are underage but they're portrayed as fully adult women? Because there are characters like that. I'd say, isn't that worse? Because that's an actual underage child, even though they're given this busty, bodacious body, like they're a 5,000-year-old demon MILF. Like, where do we draw the line there, buddy?
Many cited he had straight up involved Loli sexually in his thumbnails or suggested such themes in his content. And at one point he had a series where he
hypocrisy, dog.
To other influencers to get their reaction.
He has the same facial expression as Tom, bro. Whoever made this needs to be in jail.
What were we doing back then?
Whoever made this needs to be in jail.
He even showed hentai that was considered Loli to his fellow co-host Mutahar.
This is a hentai?
Bruh.
First rule, hug your little sister every day.
Okay, it's fine. Okay, it's just hug her for at least 10 seconds. There's nothing wrong with the hug. Yeah, it's fine.
No, the third rule isn't any weirder, so you don't have to worry.
Oh.
But he was mainly to the thumbnails and the videos. But what made things significantly worse at the time was the Ava Chris Tyson allegations, where Ava was the support of Shadman, an infamous character online that drew NSFWR.
I won't lie. Before, when I was a wee fucking teenager going through puberty, I beat my meat to some Shadman. But I didn't know who the fuck Shadman was. I just thought it was just fucking porn to me. And I learned who Shadman was, and I was like, okay. I learned the name associated with the art style, and I was like, okay. Then he just dipped off the face of the internet, and I had zero clue why, and I was like, what the fuck happened to Shadman? Like, and then it's like, oh, I heard he did the thing with Keemstar's daughter, and I was like, oh, yeah, no, you can't do that. You can't do that.
NSFWR of Keemstar's daughter.
You can't do that, dog.
Which everyone viewed
fucking
disgusting.
Yes. Oh my god, dude! Like,
made showing all the creators that are associated
so
with
fucking disgusting, dog.
And Nux was listed, where he previously included Shadman's art in his thumbnails, which he did change a few days after the video was released a few years ago.
Remember the video that I talked about that had a Shadman?
What a moron.
And people kept saying that, no, I don't believe you that you changed the thumbnail back 3 years ago. You probably just changed it right now.
VidIQ. The VidIQ.
Thumbnail 11/24/2020.
He asked him for a collaboration where Nux's excuse was he was going to make fun of him.
People are making this as some sort of, I am supporting him and I'm trying my best to become friends with Shadman, this monster. Which is fucking stupid if you know my content at all. I troll confront people when I collab the same way you do.
Yeah, I mean,
my videos, you know that.
Personally, I think Keemstar is just a dumbass too.
And at one point,
I believe everyone's primarily just a majority of the people are dumbasses.
Videos resurfaced of him talking about the DMs.
I'm trying to make his. Yes, I did get DM'd by Shadman every once in a while, back in the day. Rarely. I would just wake up out of the blue and boom, I'd have a Shadman DM, and I would literally make fun of him for those DMs later. Man. That's a weird, yeah, and
that's a way to start a sentence.
That's a way to start a sentence. And he
it's the Gardevoir.
Takes on Gardevoir.
He can keep them. I don't think I need to hear them.
Yeah, they're weird.
They're weird. Everyone on the internet has the exact same take on Gardevoir. What? Everyone sexualizes this fucking Pokemon, just like they sexualize Lopunny and every other female-looking Pokemon. Like, what? For the love of God, people started sexualizing the fucking Vaporeon. You know, considering it's the most compatible with humans when it comes to a sexual reproduction type of way, given its high defense and high HP. Don't even, that's about all I know. The defense and the HP. I don't even know how the rest of it goes.
Dude, honestly, it was the weirdest conversation I've ever had in my life. Like, through DMs. I didn't speak.
Dude.
Like,
you think that's bad? Don't go to the fate fan. Don't go to Hentai and type in the fucking fake Grand Order tag. You'll lose your shit.
Want to get him in trouble.
Shadman once, it was the weirdest interaction of my life.
Oh,
like, that dude may actually open up the DM.
Keep sending me in, dog.
Oh my God. I can't even read you most of this. I can't even, oh my God, I literally can't read any of this to you. I really want to show them to you, but I don't want to, like, show you anything that I can't reveal. Like, I don't want to actually get him in trouble. It's just like, yeah.
But Nux clarifies he never knew about the Keemstar Shadman thing. Now, it's been unclear if Nux was ever going to actually roast Shadman if he did a video with him, or if he truly didn't know about what Shadman was doing. But the fact he had direct contact with someone like
I didn't know. I just realized that. I always wondered, like I didn't know what happened to him. All I know is that he went to jail, and I was like, why did he go to jail? Like, what? But no one was talking about it, like, or at least I wasn't like actively, like, no one that I was watching was talking about it or why. So like, this is like trending hashtag Moonogla. Damn, that's how you know this is old. But yeah, like, oh man, dude, Shadman, you fucking retard.
Even though in his own words, he was just
disgusting, dude.
In response, he also said he regrets a lot of his previous content and the involvement of Loli in them. And he has always been against Loli.
And Gura's a Loli.
That's obviously bad faith.
Damn, you must be hell against Gargura then.
Bad faith ways to twist what actually happened I've ever heard. Now, I have said in the past, and I'll say it again, I do regret making a lot of those old videos.
Doki?
I've always been against the lolly. I made old videos where I found
could be wrong though.
Crazy hentai, and I showed them to people for shock value. These hentai videos are on YouTube also. And I reacted to a YouTube video.
Can I just point out, what the fuck are these trends? Like, why is that the top hashtag wank battle? Like, what the fuck? Then you have Kiara and Pippa wank battle.
Being like, this is crazy.
Okay, I guess.
Is literally on YouTube. So anyway, it was a little wild. I invited a lot of people to the call. Obviously, no one thought it was weird. People had eyeballs. I mean, everyone thought that the content was weird.
A lot of this controversy just boils down to Nux saying he hated something, but he was involving it in his content and was actively showing it to people, and he also shouldn't have had ties with someone making terrible NSFW art, even if he was going to make fun of him. Now this is where the controversy stood for some time, but then the post-Nux clarity hit.
Ooh, I remember that video.
A few months later, which, to give him credit, is a good title. But Mutahar,
yeah, it is a great title,
basically saying he was distancing himself from Nux due to some feedback he got from Reddit.
But to go back to it, Nux Taku is a former collaborator.
Reddit of all places.
And I mean,
really? Because of Reddit?
Some of the stuff that I've seen over here is disgusting enough that I really can't continue a friendship. And I really can't, like, again, excuse some of my behavior watching some of this content.
He said they had no more business relations and they were no longer friends due to things like the Tiger situation, the Shadman situation, and the Loli involvement, which he had some part in and showed remorse for it.
But in this situation, I just wanted to provide you the context of all of this, right? This wasn't us sitting together watching Loli, you know, just on, like, the off time. This is a collaboration for one of Nux's
This isn't two bros just chilling watching some no, not hentai, some lolly content. It was just work.
And at the time, really nobody thought about it. But we should have. It really did blindside me. There was a bias, call it, you know, friendship bias, call it, you know, there was other creators working on it, but really it was something that I was putting up a blind spot to, and I'm not using that as an excuse. I really shouldn't have done that collaboration, and I really shouldn't have.
I mean, I can't really fault you for that. You always want to see the good in the people who you call your friends, which isn't really a bad thing, you know? Like, wanting to see the good in people, especially those you consider your close friends.
Watch that content and in any way contributed to normalizing it.
And he went on to say he didn't know about Nux's content and he was naive to some of the things he took part in.
Wait, you showed in those videos?
But in this video, he was basically taking accountability for his involvement, but then deleted the video, citing he was overreacting, and he apologized to Nux, and they are still friends.
Muta deleted his video, posted a community post, and then called me. And apologized.
Many thought this was disingenuous of Mutahar taking accountability, then walking it back, and he did receive a...
Well, I mean, yeah, no, I can see why he would do something like that. He based his entire video off of something he saw on Reddit. Like, it's Reddit. Welcome back, Kondo. Like, Reddit of all places is where you decided to like get your source and like put a video. Like, I understand why he would be like, you know what, actually I take that back.
A lot of flack for this, many citing that wearing the Christian
why god fucking damn it, did it not connect properly? It should have. God damn it, I hope this fucking thing works.
Giving off some gamma radiation and probably skewed his judgment.
The charm. The fucking Pikachu charm.
His friends, so he didn't have to deal with the Reddit hate. Mutahar probably should have thought a lot more about this before making the video, but the two of them made up anyway, apparently. But the fallout of this video was a lot of the previous stuff being brought up again against Nux, and other people like Chud Logic were affected when they were told contradicting things by Mutahar and reported on it.
My boots have been pissed on, and I've been told that it's raining, right? It is 100% without question that Mutahar did say to me, okay, he did say to me that it was ending because of Nux Taku and the Shadman connection, and then later changed that.
But overall, a lot of content creators before the post-Nux Clarity video and after did start to distance themselves from Nux.
I love me some chaos now and again, but
I mean, shit happens. Like,
so in conclusion,
people are allowed to change their opinions on things, even other people. Like, people are allowed to grow and change. I don't know why we hold certain people to this standard of like, oh, you said this, you stood by this, so you have to be this way. And I will admit, I have done the exact same shit. I've done that before, but I've also now just learned to, like, people's opinions can change. My opinions will change on shit, you know? Some people will agree with my opinions. Then my opinion might change and they'll disagree. That's totally fine. Like, it's the human fucking process to grow and your opinions will change. That's the whole point of having a fucking opinion, is that it can change. It's not a fact.
Does Nux deserve the reputation of the most hated VTuber? Looking at all the controversies, we tried to do the right thing with the VShojo situation, and the Jaiden Animations thing was just kind of a joke, but due to his own actions like contradicting himself at times or going back on what he says and taking no accountability, except for sometimes years later, it has led to a lot of people hating him. So yes, he does somewhat deserve that title, mostly due to his past controversies and the public perception of him. But in the present, I predict we probably won't see any more dramas from Nux.
You probably won't, hopefully.
Wrong. Nowadays, dude is just reacting to politics and Adventure Time, and yes, he does get a lot of hate for his political takes.
Bruh, it's fine. Funny enough, right now we're about to go on a little break because I have to go use the bathroom, so you're totally fine while you get that shit situated.
Political, or have any knowledge on politics. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say, and bye-bye.
Hell yeah. Oh, I will say, like, I don't hate Nux. I just think that he the way he approaches shit is just not smart. Like, he takes too long to put out apologies when stuff's been proven wrong. That's the only conclusion that I could come to from this video, is that he's not inherently a bad person. It's just that some of his takes have been bad and because he hasn't had the full context. Like with that Taiga situation, he didn't have the full details, so he had a shitty take. But where he fucked up was not putting out a video right away. If he had put out a video right away, this whole shit wouldn't even be a fucking thing with the Taiga situation. Same thing with like all the other stuff that he's done. Like he criticizes Loli and he's done all that shit, but like he never put out an instant video like changing that shit. Like it's only like it's a time thing. It's all a time thing. He I don't know if it's him waiting too long or if he just doesn't like come to the realization that it needs to happen faster. I don't know what it is, but it's all timing based. Like you need to do it as fast as possible, so that way it doesn't come across as you're being disingenuous years later when it comes back to bite you in the ass.